ocean. Nobody wants to do that. And I don't know why I keep
Not
going
you,
back
the
to the ocean.
ocean. What is up with you in the ocean today?
I don't know.
Leave it alone. Stop.
I just want some.
Yo, what's good? It's me, your guy, all the way from Bedside Habo, and this is another episode of the Art Block with very special guest, Andrea. What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Now, we kind of go a little ways back because I was thinking about it before we got on. I was like, where did we meet? Where did we meet? And I think it might have been like a Facebook art group like many years ago. And when we first met, I think you were just putting up a lot of digital art, right?
Yep, that's exactly right. I was putting that's all I was doing at the time was digital stuff because I was trying to get more comfortable with it. But we were doing that raw artist thing. And
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that thing. Somebody stole my extension cord from that. Yeah. But since then, you've been doing a lot. Because I know you're also an actress and you've been in a lot of commercials and plays as well. And now you're on TikTok and you do a lot of skits. What kind of skits are you doing on TikTok?
So mostly Bob's Burgers right now, but that's going to change in a few weeks. I'm working on a few new builds. But that's like my hyperfixation. That's one of the shows that it's my comfort show. It's very soothing for me. Low stakes, nothing's gonna stress me out. Like, that's what I love about it. But yeah, mostly comedy. I love to make people laugh. It's just really fun. I mean, and it's been fun, and it's not where I thought I would be or what I would be doing, but it's a welcome surprise.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the first time I saw it, I was like, wait, what's going on here? I was like, wait a minute. It's all these different characters. Like you put in a lot of work, and I know makeup takes a long time. So you've got there's like one skit where it's just the whole family. Bob was there, Tina, the little boy, I don't know all their names, and the mom. And I was like, dang, this is a lot. And they're so funny. They are so, especially the one with, what's the mom's name? Linda? Is it Linda?
Linda. Yeah.
The one where you did, I think it was recently, where it was that Nicki Minaj song, and it basically sounded like her, but it was Lil Wayne. I love that.
No, I love, it's one of the things that I love doing with particularly the Belchers or the Bob's Burgers family is finding songs that could be their song. Like I don't know why. It makes me smile.
Yeah. So how did that all start for you? When did you wake up and say, you know what, I'm going to dress up as Linda and Bob today?
Linda and Bob specifically, I don't really know. I started off with Tina because it was easy. I had a blue shirt. I wear glasses. I mean, I'm supposed to be wearing glasses. I don't wear my glasses.
Same.
That's how that started. It was I want to say a Halloween of 2020. And then I was like, okay, that was easy. I have this red shirt that I got, whatever. I'll buy some glasses. Sure. Whatever. And I had this other wig that and I'm like, okay, then I'm Linda. And then I was like, well, I can't do Linda without Bob because their back and forths are so cute and sometimes so over the top ridiculous. They get kind of hostile sometimes. And I was like, okay, I got to do it. But I made sure I get a good mustache, although some of my mustaches are not the best. No, I got to get a good one because when you wear the cartoon mustaches, it's just like a big old black line on your face. So I made sure to get something that was is made with human hair. You have to apply it or attach it with spirit gum. And you need to use spirit gum remover. If you a cosplayer or do a makeup out there, you're not using spirit gum remover, you are ripping off your dermis. Stop doing that, okay?
Dang.
I mean, it's just very, I don't know. It just looks much better. And it can cause skin damage, but,
it's worth it for the craft.
Yes, it's for the art. It's for the art.
So Bob's Burgers is not the only cartoon you've done skits for. I remember, I think it was a couple of years back, you actually blew up from doing a lot of Big Mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It was because I had finally gotten to season 4, and Missy's arc in season 4 is still top tier. I don't think they've done anything that can top that. They had Missy, this biracial character, explore her cultural and racial identity as a biracial person. And so the conversations are really funny around it because there are uncomfortable, they are awkward conversations to have. And the fact that a lot of people could resonate with some of those ideas of what Blackness is, what does it mean to identify with something was actually really cool. All while making people laugh. It's haha, laughing and thinking. I got you.
That's the best way to do it. I mean, even with the Boondocks, I remember reading an interview. Aaron Magruder said basically what he tries to do is put medicine in ice cream. You're laughing, but you're
Mm.
also learning at the same time, especially when it comes to blackness, especially when it comes to black culture. I think that's really critical because a lot of people just kind of skate over it, even still in 2023. Now that you've brought up this the aspect of blackness, how does that play into when you cosplay these characters? Do you face any negativity when you're online and you're like, hey, I'm Tina, and they're like, no, you're not. You're black. Get off it. Get out of here.
I mean, of course. I mean, that's like one of the things, unfortunately, about existing on the internet as a black person. Like, you're gonna get animosity. You're gonna get people gaslighting you, trying to invalidate you. But it's like, you're not behind this camera. Don't even come for me. I look good, okay? I
Mm-hmm.
don't care what color Tina is. I mean, she gonna be black today because I'm being her. Whatever. And honestly, it doesn't really affect her that much for me to be black as her. It doesn't really. I just put my own little sasso, my own little season on it, and it's fine. Everybody knows who I'm being. I mean, that's part of the reason why there's costumes to make it clear. They're very recognizable pieces, glasses and a colored shirt, boom, bam, done. And I mean, I'm not gonna let people stop me. Like, what you gonna do? Take the camera out my hand? You not. You not. And
I
if you do,
love
I got
that.
another one back up. Don't even play with me. So
You do the skits. Do you also cosplay outside of TikTok? Do you go to events? Do you go to parties or anything like that where people are like, hey, I want to hire you out, and like, hey, you gotta be the hormone monster from Big Mouth for like 3 hours, and then you gotta get out of here.
oh my God. I finally started to go out in the world instead of just being in my little room.
Hmm.
My first cosplay, I guess, outside of my room event was WonderCon this year,
Nice.
which was at the end of March. And that was really fun. I got to like meet people that I've been talking to online. And it was crazy because, like, you see them, you're like, I know that's them. Is it weird if I know it's them? Because it's, like we're all just regular people. So it's like I can't fangirl. It just feels weird. But it was really, really cool. I ran into like Robin Nerdy cosplays. I ran into Midnight Desires drag. I was like, this is crazy. Jasmine Page Moore. I saw Straw Hat Goofy, but I was too like, nah, I'm not. I'm not gonna approach. There's a child. I'm gonna let you have your Comic-Con moment with your child, and do you. But it was like really, really cool. And I even like there are people in my area that I knew cosplayed, but I never got to like hang out with them or meet up with them until WonderCon. And we like had a little group just roaming around the floor in the area. And it was a ton of fun. 10 out of 10 would do it again. I've also done May the 4th recently, dressed up as Han Solo at work. And then went to the party afterwards. And that was a lot of fun too. Like, it was also really fun watching my coworkers figure out who I was.
Oh my God. They don't know who Han
Um,
Solo is?
so I was sitting down, we're in a staff meeting, they didn't get to see all the cool belts and like
Oh, okay.
the holsters and stuff. They didn't
Right.
get the full effect. They just saw like a black vest. They were
Right. They're like, who is that? Is that the Fonz?
right. Hey. Yeah, and so I'm gonna be going to San Diego Comic Con next. I'm very excited. I'm working on a couple of new things. I don't know why, but the theme this year for me in Comic Con is puppets. I've never made puppets. I don't know why I'm doing this to
Okay.
myself, but that's where we are.
Puppets are cool. Puppets are real. I mean, look at Jim Henson's whole estate. Everybody loves the Muppets.
They do. They do. I
Yeah.
mean, they're still like that started what, the 70s? It is 2023.
Yeah. That is long money and longevity right there. Now, I want to go back to your acting. Okay. When did that start for you? Were you kind of like one of those kids like, when I grow up, I want to be an actress? Or was that something that came later in life?
When I was little, I was very shy, like very shy, painfully shy. I would hide behind my mom. I wouldn't talk very much. People thought I couldn't talk. Maybe I was slightly nonverbal for a bit. I just did it just like it was overwhelming to talk. Words were overwhelming. So I just didn't for a bit. And I slowly started to get more comfortable with it. And I remember our first school like production, I was like in second grade, but because of the way that I was raised in the religious background that we were at that time, I was not allowed to participate in this play because of the way it depicted Christmas. But they pulled me in to direct. I was like, you guys
Okay.
need more enthusiasm. I was 6 years old using the word enthusiasm. Come on, little me. So, so it's piqued my interest, but I also felt like since I was part of that, the way that I was practicing my religion at that time, I couldn't do that. So I tried to find other things. I was like, I'll be a marine biologist. I'm afraid of the ocean. I don't know why
We don't
I
need to
said I
be
would do
there.
that.
We don't need to be there
I
right
don't need
now.
to, especially after what I saw on the news. Absolutely not.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely not. I will go in knee deep where it's nice and cute, and then I'm getting out.
Right.
I respect you. I respect you, Mother Nature. I'm gonna let you be. But I didn't really start getting into it until high school, and that was even on accident because I was like, I'm a singer. I'm gonna
Okay.
sing. And then we had a school audition for the school musical. I was like in ninth grade, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Tell me why on the song my voice just cracks. I was like, well,
Oh no.
if I'm gonna get in this musical, I'm gonna have to like really pick it up with the acting. So I went hardcore. I was like, I'm gonna believe and I'm gonna be present in this moment. And I did so well that the theater teacher was like, are you taking any theater classes? I was like, no. And she's like, well, you really should. I think that you would have a good time. And I was like, okay, fine, I guess. And then I fell in love with it. Like I started doing competitions, and we started doing shows at school, and it just kind of took off from there, doing mostly theater, and then eventually into like web series, commercials. Was in a movie just recently. It's not out
What?
yet. It's in
Oh,
post production.
okay.
So just
Can you tell us what it
try
is, or is
it.
it still hush hush?
That's a great question because it's an independent movie,
Hmm.
but it had enough funding to hire two retired National Hockey League players as like their leads.
Okay.
And yeah, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. And it's like one of the first roles I got to do where I'm not like super sweet. I'm like, oh, I get to say bad words and be mean.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wait, do you
So
typically go for roles that are the nice girl or nice woman?
I don't typically go for those. That's just what I'm casting because I smile a lot and I
Yeah.
have a lot of energy. It's like, oh, this person could never be evil. It's like, yes, I can. Just give me a chance. So I'm hoping that they'll give me more like other stuff. I've even like there was the Ruggable commercial I booked.
Mhm.
I didn't even audition for the lead at all. I was like, I'll be the drunk friend. I could be a drunk friend. I'm good
Okay.
at that. And apparently they were like, you did really cool stuff with your face. Can you be the lead? I was like, I don't even know how to take that criticism, but thank you. And yeah, I just thought it would be fun to be drunk and spilling wine everywhere and reacting. They're like, no, you're our lead. And I was like, period.
I think my favorite thing right now is the fact that you're just so animated. You can tell without a shadow of a doubt that you are an artist and you are an actress. Like it's insane. I love it. Have you ever thought about going into voice acting? Because I think you would kill in that.
I love voice acting. If I can it's just trying to get into the habit of doing it more.
Mm-hmm.
I've done some weird VO work. This is my first voiceover gig. Is for an educational software where med students have to like basically probe this animated person about what they're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And that was insane because I'm just recording all of these responses. It was like 42 pages.
Damn, that's a lot.
Dances. Yes. Yes, but it was so cool. And then the audiobook my first audiobook is out. It's called When Trying to Return Home by Jennifer Maritza Macaulay. It's about Black and Puerto Rican people and Black Puerto Ricans throughout time, like from like the early 1900s to present. And it's really, really cool because all of these little short stories and vignettes have like little elements that tie them together. And it was just really nice to be able to do something like that. And then like the reviews are starting to come out. And it was like the narrators, me and Saul Morant, sound like Audie Award-winning veterans. I was like, yes, we do.
Oh,
yes,
snap.
we do.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I really like it. I'm hoping to do more.
Yeah, I gotta check that out then. Where can I get that?
It's actually available on Audible, so
Okay.
you can hear it there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely going. I think I have an Audible subscription, so I'll definitely download it. I feel like it's something that we definitely try to put at the forefront, our Blackness, our culture, and whatnot. And I see when you create the skits and when I see you in the commercials and things like that, you exude a lot of that. And I feel like there's no doubt about the confidence. But have you ever struggled with your identity? You know, having, the Black side and your Latina side, and do people ever come at you about that?
Oh my God, like all the time. So the struggling with identity, I think, became like a real issue once So, okay, when my parents separated, my dad moved back to Puerto Rico. My mom stayed in the States. Now, my mom was active duty in the military, so that means that she was, gone quite a bit. And when she got deployed to Bosnia, I was shipped over to Puerto Rico for a while, like for a couple of years. And this is even beyond the fact that like they used to just bounce me back and forth from the States to the island like multiple times a year. So when I was there for like quite a stretch of time, just like uninterrupted with going back into the States, all of the stuff that I kind of like experienced and knew kind of like started to melt away a little bit because this was my new reality. Being in Puerto Rico was my new world. But when my mom came back, I got shipped back over there. And it was like a culture shock being in America like that again, being in American schools. There's no real Spanish around where we were in Kentucky.
Not
Well,
Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Not Kentucky.
That's where they sent me and my mama.
Dang.
Kentucky. By ourselves.
Mm-mm.
And it was just mostly, especially that particular time, it was kind of, ugh. I don't know. I haven't been back in a while, so I don't know what's happening now. But back then, not the vibe. So it was, trying to learn how to be a person again. And then when I went to high school in the States, Jesus, there were all of these things that I was expected to know that I did not know. I did not know the Black National Anthem. I was pretending to along with everybody. I know it now. Lift every voice and sing.
Yes.
I do know it. Don't quiz me right now. I need to sing it, but I don't want to sing right now.
No, we're not gonna put you on the spot. It's all good. I believe you.
So, but it was things like that. And then like trying to marry the two because like I can't divorce the fact that like I was raised on an island. That is still part of me. I love making Puerto Rican food, love eating Puerto Rican food. But being in the United States, it's like I am a Black person and like I don't want to be ashamed of that. I want to be proud of that. And I don't want people to other me. So I actually stopped telling people for a little bit what I was just because I wanted to see how they treated me as like a Black person, as an individual. I don't want to be like, oh, you're not actually Black because you're Puerto Rican. It's like, no. My experiences are a Black person. I experience anti-Blackness on the island. I experience anti-Blackness in the United States. It's maybe not be the exact same thing because, of course, different things happen in different areas. Slavery ended at a different time there than it did here. Those things also impacted. I don't think we talk enough about that, but we don't have time for all that. But it came to this thing where like I am very strong in who I am as a Black person, and being in Puerto Rico, all of the colorism, being told not to go outside so I don't get too dark, things like that. It's like Jesus, like there I'm told, to kind of not even necessarily reject my Blackness, but to like not make it such a big thing, not to make it such a big deal. And in the United States, it was more like, what are you? What are you gonna claim? And it's like, I'm always Black. I'm always Black. I'm always Black. And I'm a proud Boricua. So it's really very hard. It's a hard line to cross because I don't see them as being separate. Yeah. To me, it's always together. Like I am always gonna be this. It's not anything I can change. And I don't want to. And if people are too confused by it, I'm like, blame it on the United States. Like, blame it on our systems that we have. It's not like, there's so many things I could say. I could go on a whole like,
hey, do it. Go ahead.
Right now. But I won't. I literally just taught about this at work, like not that long ago in our anti-racism meeting, talking about Latinidad and what that means when you have Black people also in there. Are they going to be included? And that's a whole other thing about including Black people in the Latinidad discussion and what are they seeing? And also, of course, including Indigenous people, because there's this idea that Latinidad, the term, can erase Black and Indigenous experiences. Because when we think of the term Latino, we typically see one person in our head, like generally speaking, a lot of people just see like that one form of person, but you can be of lots of different races. There's girls who are Asian. There are people who are from all different races, but are born and living and raising families in Latino America for generations. But we don't want to hear all that.
Right.
We just want to dance salsa and cumbia and call it a day. But no, it's much more complex than people give it credit for.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I feel like a lot of the times people just want a simple answer. They just want a simple thing. So when it comes to those more complex and intricate conversations, it's just like, I don't care, or that's not true. Like I've seen so many people rag on folks who are from the West Indies, right? I've seen white
Mm,
Jamaicans, I've seen Asian Jamaicans, and they're like, nah, you're appropriating, you're this. And it's like, no, these people were born here. They talk better than half of y'all sometimes that were born in America. So it's just interesting to see that conversation now come more to the forefront. And do you
yeah.
think that in terms of representation in media, do you think that it's gotten better over the years, or do you think that we still have a lot more room to grow and work to do?
I mean, every step is a step, and they may be small, they may be few and far between, but it is a step. I do definitely think we have a long way to go because, I mean, some of these steps also feel performative. They feel like dance moves. They don't feel like anything solid, and that's something that does concern me. Especially like as we talk about things. For example, if we're talking about the Little Mermaid movie, it's great that we have this representation, but there are people who are like, no, not canon. That's not my Ariel. But then you also have that in Spanish. Like, so me being, a Black Puerto Rican, I hear also the anti-Black sentiments in Spanish. And it's like that the representation is also so poor in some of our areas that we don't even get to see that stuff. We don't get to see, like watching telenovelas growing up, the only people I saw that looked like this were the help. Like they were not part of the
Mm,
story. And so representation is good for everyone. It expands our idea of human consciousness. It expands our ideas of identity, of what people can do and be. It's for everybody. Some people may be like hard pressed against it, but you're going to have to get on board. That's how
yeah.
it is.
Do you think that people who create these stories and create these shows and films and books, do you think that it's up to non-black and non-POC to help with that representation, or should we focus on the people that are already here doing that? Because I feel like a lot of the times, I saw somebody tweet the other day, oh, Wes Anderson didn't put any black people in this movie, and it's like, Wes Anderson is not black. I don't feel like he is thinking about us right now, and I don't think he should. I mean, his experience is very different. So how do you feel about that?
I think that I think it is everybody's responsibility
Mm,
because we are all people. We are all sharing in many similar human experiences on this plane. I mean, we all grieve, we all love, we all hurt, we all hate, we all feel rage. So it is everybody's responsibility. That being said, I would like for it to still be genuine and authentic. Like, I don't need Tim Burton to just throw a Black person in there because the internet has read him for filth for years. I don't need that.
yeah.
That's performative. You don't care. You were just shamed. I want it to be coming from a very, very real place. So, for example, I work for a theater company, and one of the things that we have begun to do is to also incorporate other playwrights. We make sure we've set like a limit, like only this percentage can be from white playwrights. We need to like start diversifying our shows so that we can also diversify our audience. And it's been an interesting experience because you have people that are very ready for it. They're like, I didn't know these stories, these cultural things. This I'm learning so much. And on the flip side, you have people that are like, no, I just miss like what I'm used to
Yeah,
more than anything. I just miss what I'm used to. Change is hard for people,
absolutely.
regardless of how well intentioned and well informed it may be. Change is always hard for people.
Now, you mentioned earlier a couple of times that you teach. So, where do you teach? How did that start, and how's that going for? How do you feel about it?
Oh, so teaching has shifted for me a little bit. Originally, I was, a regular classroom teacher. I have a teaching credential, a bilingual teaching credential. I got into teaching because I wanted to teach the kids who needed to learn English, like the newcomers to the country. It's always fun, and you learn so much about the world because, like, I don't think I've ever had the money to travel to where most of my students were from, like Eritrea, Myanmar, Burma, like Thailand. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And being able to like be kind of like that first person that can make that bridge to like American culture and American language and lifestyle, I think is very, very beneficial for us both because like I learned about them, they learned about me, we learned about the world together. Then I moved on and I started doing English language arts, for the students who already have a handle on English, but now they got to know the ins and outs, the mechanics, all of that. And I started a theater club after school,
Ooh,
and we started producing plays, and that was really, really fun. And then I moved on to a performing arts school where I taught both English language arts and drama, which was a ton of fun. We were producing plays. Not only that, we had to like perform around different schools to get them to join our program. So that was kind of cool. Like having my students take the forefront on that. They like helped with the creative and artistic ideas. It was amazing. However, during the pandemic, Yomi got laid off. Me and 200 plus other teachers got laid off from the particular school district. And I was terrified.
Yeah.
So luckily I did find a school that was hiring and I was working on Zoom, but it's just not the same. Even with the kids didn't feel it was the same either. But we did our best. We made it through. And as we returned in person, it was very, very hard for me to adjust. I was struggling. And it wasn't because of the kids. It was really just the workload. I was trying to produce. I did produce. We produced 4 plays
Wow.
with 120 students. That was about, 30 kids each play. And that was over the course of 2 days, their performances were. So it was pretty tight, pretty insane. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I can do this. So I removed myself from that type of classroom. And now I'm a teaching artist. So what I do now is I teach about theater. I go into schools and I talk to them about different types of theater. I help out with playwriting. I teach improv. I even taught a cosplay workshop after school at a school. So I'm kind of like a teacher for hire that'll do like artistic stuff. And it's a ton of fun, actually. And also no grading. Everybody feels great about that.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh, don't have to be stressed out. I can just exist and do this thing. And I'm like, yes. And it's so much more fun. Like we just talk while we're crafting. We've done animations. Oh my God. And like, they just keep surprising me. Like, cause I come in for a semester, we work and then we have a performance afterwards. And it's like, okay, how's it going to go? And I mean, every single time they just blow it out of the water. They're so good. I'm very, very proud of the kids that I work with.
That's amazing. Do you have a favorite grade?
No, but I do like middle school. I'm very partial to middle school. They're weird at that age with just the right amount of like curiosity and willingness to try new stuff. And to make a fool of themselves still. Okay. Because they're not too cool yet. They'll be a little weird.
They love to be goofy.
Exactly.
I feel that the teaching artist world is there's a duality to it. The freedom and the autonomy is great, but I feel like a lot of the times there's also a lack of funding, or sometimes there's a lack of just support. So I feel like it's a double-edged sword. So I don't know if you've had any struggles with that, and if you have, what are some ways that you try to combat that or make things work just with what you have? Or as Mariah Carey said, I'm gonna do the best I can with what I got.
Period. I mean, yeah, it can be like, especially like scheduling. So like I mentioned before, I work for a theater. And one of the things that we also teach is about the shows that we're doing, because we typically invite schools to come to our student matinee just to watch the shows. But we got to make sure they understand it, because there's a lot of things that go into it that they may not catch. And we want to make sure that they have the best experience possible. So that can get a little crazy as far as like scheduling things, because teachers be like, nope, now I can't do it because they're doing this assembly this day now. Nope, now they're doing testing, blah blah blah. And it's none of the teacher's fault. It's just how it's shaken out. So that the scheduling part can get a little tricky, and I've gone in the field a lot of times by myself. But I feel like since I already have previous classroom experience and classroom management and all of those things, I don't worry about it. That being said, I've had other teaching artists that have been like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so stressed out. We have to like debrief, talk, like what's going on. For example, one of the other schools that we worked at that I had to remove myself from because I was acting in a show and I didn't have enough time to like devote to teaching. This particular teaching artist did not get any information on the kids. Now I didn't either, but I knew how to recognize certain things from my training. And so we had to talk about like how to like work with these specific students in order to get them to like be engaged and want to be in the class and do all the things. But it's like, if you don't have somebody available to do that or that has the know-how, you just a boat lost in the ocean. Nobody wants to do that. And I don't know why I keep going back to the ocean.
What is up with you in the ocean today?
I know.
Leave it alone. Stop.
I just want but no, it can be really scary, and it can be isolating, and it can be a lonely experience, and it can be very stressful because you're dealing with other people's kids.
Yes.
That's a big deal. But no, I'm pretty fortunate. I'm very thankful that I've had that training, and I'm thankful that I was able to even to support that other teaching artist, because sometimes your other teaching artists are not available because they're teaching other places.
I need to let you know this is sponsored by my Patreon members over at patreon.com/habtunes. Patreon is really dope because it allows me to do my work and make YouTube content full time. And this is also a great place for you, the viewer, the fans, the members, to connect with me on a deeper level, where you get early access to new projects and exclusive projects that you won't see anywhere else. And there's a lot going on. I'm posting very frequently, more so here than any other platform. So if you want to check out what's going on and you want to support, head over to patreon.com/habtunes today and sign up now. Yo, welcome back for our final segment of this episode. It's me, Habo, your guy all the way from Bed-Stuy, and I'm joined by the wonderful, the talented, and the amazing Andrea. Yeah, there she is. Look at her. Look at her. We're going to be playing Gartic Phone today, and if you aren't familiar with it, it's a really cool web-based app where you and your friends get in on here and draw and do all kinds of really fun mini games. And Andrea and I are going to be trying a mini game called Knockoff, where we basically have to keep ourselves focused, as it says here, and try to replicate the drawings while the clock gets faster. You up for the challenge? You ready?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
That's the point. You know, I really love, it's funny because I don't like Bob's Burgers as a show. I tried many times. I know you're probably making a face. Yeah, you just made a face.
I made a face because I messed up, but
I love the art style. It's just so like goofy, and I feel like it kind of reminds me of Jim Henson a little bit.
Yeah. It's just, like kind of wholesome, sweet stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, no. Yeah, that's what I need. No, I said eraser.
Not you and the iPad fighting.
Struggling.
It's good enough. It's a lot of time. I was surprised that it was not.
Wait, there's a timer? I don't even see the timer.
It's on the top right.
It's literally hidden. I can't, because it just says do not sell my personal information on top of it. Oh, wait, never mind.
Oh, I was going to say that. I was about to say that's anti-black.
It is.
How dare they?
Oh, God. Okay, cool. No, there's a timer. It's great.
Oh, now you see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you still draw, right? You still do your art?
I do, but I mostly just do it for myself. Like, I haven't, or like, there's somebody that asked for a, what is the word I'm looking for? Something specific, and I was like, okay, fine, and that's something that's like in my style. That's fine, I'll do that. It's whatever. So the most recent thing I've done is of Jill Scott. Ooh. On my Redbubble.
Yeah,
but yeah, mostly for myself because I'm selfish.
No, I feel that. I think now, out of all the things that have happened over the last like couple of years, like creativity has been commodified, and it's just hard to really want to create for yourself because you're always thinking like, oh man, I need to do this for the stream, or I need to do this for some content or something. It's like, it takes the fun out of it. So it's good that you keep that at least for yourself so you can still have fun. Yes,
because goodness gracious, because that's exactly what it was. I just felt like, oh, I need to draw so I can post. I need to draw so I can post. And it wasn't fun anymore. It wasn't relaxing anymore. It just became a chore, and that's not how I want to live my life.
Yeah.
So I was like, nope, doodles for myself.
Yeah, even with me, with the streaming thing, trying to, turn gaming into a moneymaker, and it's like, this is stressing me out, man. I just want to play. So now I have a thing where I separate, these are games I want to play on stream, and these are games I'm gonna keep to myself. With art, I try to be casual with it sometimes, but I always want to make sure that I'm having something up. But yeah, it's just too much. Let's make art fun again, guys.
Period. It's ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, I could use colors. Damn.
Mm-hmm. That's fine. We got more rounds.
And I'm drawing on my phone because my iPad's being a jerk.
Well,
to be fair, it's very old.
It's like, hey, stop! I can't do
Pretty
it.
Much. Everything I love is really old right now. My dog, who you heard barking earlier, sorry y'all. He is 14 and a half.
Damn. I'm gonna say that's old. I don't know anything about dogs, so I'm guessing that's super old.
I didn't know that they could get that old. I was like, oh yeah, it's probably like 7 years. It's fine.
Yeah.
No. It's a whole life. I could have had a teenager by now. That's
Oh my
crazy to
god.
me.
I thought about it once because I feel like if I
Oh,
had a dog, I want a big one. You know what I mean? Like if something go down, I'd be like, "Yo, Scooby, let's go," and he'd be like,
that.
"Roro,
Oh,
who
but I
trying to
will say
start?"
Great Danes are huge. I didn't realize how big a Great Dane
Oh
was
yeah.
until I was around one. They are,
Ooh.
and like I was around a bad one. Not bad, but like it
Yeah.
was not trained.
I like what you
It
have
was.
here. It's like it's given Statue of Liberty, but for Puerto Rico.
That's exactly right. So that's like one of our monuments. It's called El Moro.
Oh, I gotta try to replicate that. Oh my god. Oh
I'm so
Jesus.
sorry. It's on the back of one of the quarters.
Oh god. Oh god. I'm nervous
I
now.
should not have drawn so much.
Oh no. Oh god. I only have like 2 seconds. Wait. Oh my god, the eraser's in my way. Oh my god, I didn't even get a chance to do it. Oh god. Okay. So it's supposed to show what we did, and obviously I didn't do anything on my end for your character.
It's all good.
Because the timer was just so rude. Oh, and you didn't either.
No, I was confused. I thought it was counting down to switch to the next screen.
This is why we want to have more rounds. So, besides Bob's Burgers, what else you be watching out there? What are cartoons pique your interest?
Oh my god. So I don't know if you've seen what's the word I'm looking for? What's that show? Infinity Train. It was on HBO Max when it was HBO Max, but you know how that goes.
Yeah.
Um and it was so good. It was really promoting social emotional learning. Like the passengers are stuck on this train
Hmm.
and they're supposed to like figure out their moral issues or their personal issues in order to get off.
Okay.
Um, and some people, because they hadn't figured it out or just went the opposite way with it, were what's the word? We're stuck on it for years. Like they grew up
So
on
wait,
the train.
are they like dead? Is this the
No,
afterlife?
no, it's like in like a pocket dimension or something. Like I know, but like they're
Okay.
like in a pocket dimension where time goes slower or whatever on the outside world, but like it's normal time on the train. It's so weird. It's so good. It's so thoughtful. I I did not expect to like it as much as I did. Um, but it was a Cartoon Network show, I think, as well. But of course, I think it's canceled now, which sucks because we just got to the Black girl story,
Oh,
Grace.
of course, yeah. When the black person
And
gets a turn.
and I mean, her story was tragic too. Like, of course, and it was like all about parental expectation, which I was like,
Ooh.
ooh,
Hit too
relate,
home, too close to home. Turn it off.
relate. But it was really, really. I hope it comes back because like you learn actually a lot more about Grace through somebody else's story, and because she starts to change in that story already,
Yeah.
and so you get to see how much of a transformation she goes through. It's just gorgeous. Kind of like Adventure Time vibe almost.
Okay. Yeah, it is actually by Pendleton Ward, so that makes sense.
Oh,
The guy
well,
who made Adventure Time.
perfect. Which that show, oh my god, like listening to them talk about do you know what they did with how Ice King was like who it was based on?
No.
One of their grandparents had Alzheimer's.
Oh.
That
Damn.
messes that ugh ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But so good. I mean, like you got to write what you know, you know.
Absolutely.
And they did such a beautiful job with that character
That
and
makes
Marcy and how they connect.
that makes
Hmm?
so much more sense now.
Yep.
Because he was
Does it?
kind of he was really offbeat. He was a really offbeat dude.
Yes.
But I've heard of Infinity Train. The unfortunate thing is I cannot watch it because they removed it from the internet because of that Warner Brothers Discovery deal. So
Yep, that's right. Which is true. I had
yeah.
even gotten my students to watch it. That's the other thing. Is like as soon as I find something that's like watchable with students, I'm like, okay, maybe they'll help me keep it on. Like, no joke. No joke. We watch things because I am selfish and I want my shows to survive.
Yeah.
And of course, like Solar Opposites, that's a fun one. It's weird, but fun.
They just
Bunch of
replaced what's his name on there?
Justin Roiland. I'm very
Hmm.
intrigued to see how that goes.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see what they do with Rick and Morty because he was basically like 90% of the show, like all the voices. So
He was all of them. He was talking to himself.
yeah, Morty, shut up, Morty. We're playing Gartic Phone. Oh, jeez, Rick. Oh no,
That's pretty damn good.
I swear to God, I don't know how my students knew it. My 3rd and 5th graders somehow knew what Rick and Morty was, so they would just be like, "Do the Rick voice, do the Rick voice. Get out of here, you little shit." And I didn't say that.
No, I know. I figured you wouldn't. But they know my students in 6th grade, they knew. And I was like, it's a little concerning, children.
Yeah, it's like, why are y'all watching this? But then again, we was up watching Adult Swim late at night too, so.
Yeah, I watched the South Park. I know.
I remember the first time I saw South Park, it was actually, the story is kind of weird. Well, not weird, but just peculiar how I came across it, because I wasn't really exposed to a lot of stuff as a kid, especially like stuff off of Cartoon Network and Disney. So we took a trip down south. We stayed at my mom's friend's house. She had a son. He stayed in the basement, and he just so happened to have a VHS of the South Park movie. And that's how I first saw it. And I was just blown away. I was just like, what is this? They're cursing. Why are they doing this right now? Oh my God.
I wasn't allowed to watch anything like that. So I just snuck it. I was like, you ain't home anyway, mama.
Right.
Watch what I want to watch.
Oh my God, it's that girl. It's the little girl. It's Christian Shaw's character.
Yes.
Oh God, I can't remember her name.
Jeez, it's Louise. She's the best.
I did watch the episodes. Someone that I was talking to recommended episodes to me, and the one episode I saw was when they had like the hands thing. They were putting on a play.
Yes.
And Tina was like the narc. Yeah. Oh God, I didn't get a chance. That was so fast. Who can do that? That was way too fast.
That is too fast.
Okay.
I got lines.
Hey, I understand what that is.
See?
Yeah, I know. It looks like it.
Oh, I didn't realize I'd missed her other arm. Damn.
It's fine. It fell off in transition. I tried.
Yeah, how are you gonna do it that fast? It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. Okay, for this next round, we're gonna switch from knockoff to animation. How confident do you feel right now? Don't be nervous.
I've done claymation before.
Really?
That's different.
When did you do that?
I was a film student, and I did it for my film class because they gave us a whole bunch of clay to play with, and I downloaded iStop Motion, and like I literally stayed up overnight and I made a 5-minute video.
Oh wow! Please tell me it's on like YouTube somewhere.
It's not, but I should. Oh wait, no. Oh God.
Oh right, you don't want to. Okay.
No, it's on a different YouTube channel, and I don't know.
What YouTube channel you got going on?
It has like singing and dancing videos and lip sync videos from like years ago.
Oh, like the Vine era?
Before. I'm making it simple. Shoot. I'm not going to play with me. The Harley Quinn show on Max.
Is that still there?
It is still there.
Okay.
All 3 seasons are still there. I really like that. I actually like that. And I'm not really a DC person, to be for real. I'm definitely more Marvel, mostly because of the diversity. And that's how it's been, even back in the comic book days. I mean, the fact that you had already Storm, like, in the main group, come on now. We had to wait for stuff like that for DC. But I think that's a really good show. It's funny. It's cute. There's a nice little love story between Harley and Poison Ivy that happens. I dig it. I really dig it.
I'm sure that went over well with the fans. And by fans, I mean the babies.
Fetishizing queer women. Of course it did.
Yeah.
I mean, some people, of course, are very up in arms about it, but it's also been canon in the comics for a bit. I don't even really read the comics, but like it's been there. Like if you go into a comic book shop, you'll see them. They have a name. I hate their couple name. It's gross. Harlivy. Like who made that? That sounds like a sickness.
Yeah, that's weird.
Sounds like a medicine.
Sounds like something that gives you a lot of side effects.
Yeah, it does. Don't want. Oh my God, you gonna animate that?
Yeah. What? Wait, what am I looking at?
A ball.
Oh, okay. Okay. I thought you were sitting there making something this whole time. You just drew a ball.
I was scared.
Oh my God.
It's played with me too much. I don't know.
I got you.
Continue the animation. Oh, Jesus. Period. Okay.
Okay, since that was such a simple thing, I'm done.
Yes.
So we will talk more about cartoons. Now, going back to HBO Max, I don't know what you're into as far as, violent things, but Genndy Tartakovsky, the guy who made Samurai Jack, has another show called Primal, and this thing is probably the best cartoon I've ever seen in a long time. It's incredibly violent, a lot of blood, a lot of gore and stuff, but it's all done silently, so the characters don't talk at all. It's a caveman and a dinosaur teaming up and just taking on like the prehistoric world. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And they just announced that season 3 is happening too.
Nice. Mm-hmm. I should check that out. I don't know why that also reminded me of Hit Monkey.
Hit Monkey. That's on Netflix, right?
That's on, I think it's on Hulu. Yeah, it was much better than I anticipated. It's funny. It's it's very gory for an animation.
Yeah.
But still interesting. I like the premise of it, and the animation's fun.
What does he do? Is he a hitman? He's a hit monkey hitman. Yeah.
So okay, it's weird. Be for real, it's weird. There's I
thought we was gonna get more frames. Yo, Garda be playing us, man. Come on. All right, let's see what
we
did.
Wait, is it just the 2?
Yeah. All right, let's see what we did here. All right, here we go. You ready? Oh God, what did you do to my boy? Looks like Sid.
Wait.
Oh, I like that. I like that though. Hey, that looks like what you call it? Ed Nettie, the Squiggle Vision.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. I'm gonna save it. I'm downloading it right now. All right, next.
I gave you like nothing to work with.
Yeah. But it's not your fault because you thought that we were gonna have more frames. So here we are. Here's the red ball. Look at it go! Look at it go!
So the premise is there's a hitman who's been hired to take out somebody in Japan. So he flies to Japan. It was basically like a trap for him.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the guys that were trying to ambush the hitman had stumbled upon these kind of, I don't know what they're called. I don't know what this particular species of monkey is, and I might be saying this part wrong, but they ended up hurting them, the monkeys, and killing some of them. No. And meanwhile, the businessman is getting killed. And then for some reason, the businessman reincarnates and is like next to this monkey.
Okay.
I know. And so they end up working together. It sounds so dumb.
I've heard dumber. I'd watch it.
But it's really cool. They like help each other like emotionally and with their own trauma as well, while shooting everybody else. Like it's
right. A monkey giving you emotional support. Look at that. Are there any shows or series that you ever had aspirations to work on?
I mean, yes. When I was younger, in the Disney Channel days, I wanted to be on the famous Jet Jackson show.
Oh my God. Nobody talks about that show no more. I love that show.
So bad I wanted to be on that show. But yeah, no. I used to like imagine all these action sequences like a freaking weirdo. Of course, That's So Raven.
Oh yeah.
Diana, that was the Puerto Rican Nickelodeon show. She
was basically like Nickelodeon's Raven. I loved her.
Yeah, that's exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
They had a little singer. She was a singer too, and I think she also had a group like on that show. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And all that. I wanted to be on all that so bad.
God.
When I was on Let's Make a Deal, like listening to Wayne Brady's schedule, they're like, yeah, he shoots 3 episodes a day, and in between a couple of these, he goes and does Dancing with the Stars, and he's doing the VMAs this upcoming month. And I was like, that's crazy.
Wait, pause. Hold on. How you just gonna casually just drop that? You was on Let's Make a Deal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell us about it over. Yeah.
It was wild. The whole process was crazy. I don't even know how I found out about it. I found out about auditions through a Facebook group for cosplayers.
Okay.
Because you have to wear costumes on the show.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check this out. Had my first interview, then I got another interview, and then I got a booking date. and
Nice.
I had to go on. And it was so much fun. Although I'm gonna be for real, I was not prepared. I did not take any anti-anxiety, nothing. I
Oh Lord.
definitely should have. I was way too excited to be there. Way too, because they said be excited. I was like, I am. I don't
Yeah.
have to pretend. I am there.
Yeah.
I screamed so loud because I was the first person he picked to play,
Oh my God.
and I was like, and like, and I'm playing as a and I'm dressed as a fairy. My wings is going crooked, done dropped an ear. Like,
Not dropping ear.
yes,
You
one of my
scared the
ears
children.
fell off. It went.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness! But it was a fun time. He was very, very kind and patient. Because Lord, I was too excited. Too
Yeah.
excited. I was like, maybe I'm not ready yet to be in this world. I'm too excited.
Please tell me I love that. That's Audrey too? Is that Audrey too? That's one of my
No,
favorite plays.
but I do love Audrey too.
Yeah.
It's Frank from the Poison Ivy Harley Quinn TV show. So Frank is her
Oh.
plant, and he talks, he cusses, he moves
Okay.
around. He's great.
Okay.
We love Frank.
What's up, Frank? How you doing, Frank? Can we find this episode of yours on YouTube?
No, I don't know. It's available on Amazon Prime for sure, because you can see all of the episodes of Let's Make a Deal on Amazon
I didn't
Prime.
know that. Okay, fine. I will
Yeah.
I will look that up. Wait, I don't know if I'm doing this right.
I don't. It looks different, right?
Yeah, there's supposed to be like an
Because-
onion skin over it.
Yeah, there's not on mine either.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Now I'm scared.
Yeah, I hope
Do
I didn't
add-
just mess up your thing.
I don't know. I don't know either. Like, I'm just gonna. I don't know.
Look at this. This is a mess. Gardic, what you doing to us today?
I did audition for a Netflix animated show.
Ooh.
Did not get it, but it was still like, whoa.
Yeah. That's
Like,
pretty
the
dope.
fact that like I even got because they reached out to me, and I was like, oh.
Okay, big dog.
So that was really cool. That was really cool. I mean, I'll get better. I'll get better.
Yeah. No, that's dope. I think, I don't know why, but I feel like it's much, and I don't want to discredit the hard work that everyone does in this industry, but I think it's a lot easier now to get on something. And I think that's great because the accessibility of it, you know, you have a lot of people who just want to do something fun or have aspirations to be on TV, whether it's to be an actress or an actor, or even have like, you know, a social media presence and be an influencer. I think that's beautiful.
No, it's really, that's what we were talking about the other day, is that there's so many places to get media now.
Mm-hmm.
It's disrupting the industry quite literally.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to look like. I tried to do a thing where he's like vibrating. You'll see. Okay, let's go. Let's see.
I just added stuff because I was scared.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. We love it. We love it.
Boom.
All right. Hopefully, okay. I'm nervous. I was trying to do a thing where it was like he was maybe shaking a little bit.
I see what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
It's whatever. It's whatever. Have you seen the Spider-Verse movies?
Yes. Sorry.
That was a really excited yes.
I'm obsessed. I wanted to do a Miles. Wait, have you seen it?
Yes.
Okay. I wanted to do the Prowler version of you know who, because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Of that character.
Yeah.
Really bad. I still want to do it. I don't know.
Yo, I was blown. My mind was blown. I was like, what is happening right now?
I was like, and then the voice. Did you notice the voice?
Yeah, that's what's his name? He's in I Am a Virgo that just came out.
Yep, Javel Rome, I believe.
Yeah.
Javel Kid, yeah. I was woo. This looks scary. I don't like this anymore. I mean, like Sony, because that's Sony, isn't it?
Yes.
Sony's been like, even with, have you seen Mitchell's versus Machines?
Mhm.
Mitchell's, so even there, they even tried to incorporate it in that. So I feel like that is becoming a new wave.
Have you ever gotten into any? Oh dang, clock! Relax.
Oh no! I just got like a part of a face because I hated everything else I drew.
Oh. What I was going to say is, have you ever gotten into any online drama or beefs with anybody? You had to
No,
clap back at anybody?
I mean, clapping back. I clap back at people, but like other than that, no, not really. I mean, and that's mostly like if people are like, you can't do this because you're black or whatever. I'll clap back sometimes.
That was rude. It just went straight to the thing.
It just moved on.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. Well, fine then.
Right.
Oh my god.
It's okay. It's okay. No one's gonna judge you.
I mean, I'm gonna judge me, so that's
Okay, top 3 favorite thespians, go.
oh god. Audra McDonald. Um ooh, I'm such a bad theater person. um Patina Miller.
Hmm.
Um ooh, that's hard. I'm torn between Bernadette Peters and Bette
Ooh.
Midler.
Okay, I know those two. Those names I know.
So Audra's black, Patina's black, first off. But Audra has been in Annie the musical, the movie musical, the newer one. Patina Miller, I first found her doing Random Black Girl by Kuman and Diamond.
Hmm.
Yeah, they're really cool. They have great voices, stage presence. They're amazing performers.
I love that. I the last time I saw a play, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit it, it was probably 7 years ago. And it
Wow.
was, yeah, it was Felicia Rashad at the Public Theater for Head of Passes. And it was, yeah, it was beautiful. I loved every moment. I was right there at the front too. So she was breathing the air. I was breathing the same thing.
As Claire Huxtable, I am.
Mm-hmm. She killed that. She immortalized that. She did her thing.
Oh, I'm so jealous. That is amazing. That is, you saw history, you saw legend.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I know it's leaving. Well, I think it already left Broadway, but Fat Ham.
Mm-hmm.
It's oof. Just yes, it's so
Okay.
good. It is a black adaptation of Hamlet. Um, Starring this kid named Juicy.
Not
So Juicy's, very similar to like the original story. Juicy's father is gone and dead, because Juicy's uncle murdered him, right? But the ghost of his dad comes back and like, no, you got to get revenge on my behalf.
Okay.
Like, it gets crazy and it's very, very black. Like, I mean, there's this one scene because Juicy's kind of like the outcast of the family.
Yeah.
You know how the black person in the family is kind of the outcast. They like emo shit.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
I love it. So he's singing "Creep" by, and I see singing "Creep." It's a cookout. Everybody's like trying to get their plates, but like he in the way, so everybody got like duck down. Like this is like on stage, and I love it so much.
Hopefully, I get to see that. Where where can I see that? Because we live on
I don't
different
know
coasts.
because I think it left. It was in New York. It was off Broadway. No, it was on Broadway.
Oh wow.
So since I think because it's leaving, or if it hasn't left yet, but it will be leaving soon, which means other theaters around the country are going to be able to produce it finally.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be popping up. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Now before
Everybody loves that show.
yeah, because that sounds cool. Of course, like a character named Juicy, why would I not? So before I click this button, before I click the final thing, how do you feel about Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Okay, Mina, look, as a Boricua, I'm very, very proud of all of the work that he's done. Like, it's really cool to see him.
Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah, no, and it's a fun show. It's a great show. My concern is that maybe he's being used a little too much. I feel like we have now flooded the market with Lin-Manuel Miranda, because that Scuttle song in The Little Mermaid, I'm sorry.
I saw a clip and I was confused as to why also my boy Daveed Diggs with Sebastian. Like, I like you, bro, but come on now.
But I think it's because of the friend thing. I mean, if you know your friends, and that's what they do in Hollywood too, that you're gonna bring your friends on board.
Yeah.
So I do worry about eventual Lin-Manuel Miranda fatigue, as far as like music going forward. I'm not sure, but I feel like I heard a rumor that he's also doing the music for the new Disney princess movie, Asha, I think. No, Wish. The new movie's called Wish.
Oh, Wish. Okay.
And Ariana DeBose is the voice actress for the new Disney princess. So come on.
That's what's up. I love that. Okay, that was a way better answer than I was expecting. So thank you for being reasonable. Because as soon as I mentioned that name to anybody else,
I know. No, I know people just hate him. Yeah. Like he's just doing. He's trying to get that bag too.
Yeah,
we all are.
Okay, you ready? This is the final moment. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2. That's me. And what did Andrea do? Ooh, vampire dragon lizard thing. I love it.
Something.
Yeah, I'm downloading it. I'm keeping it. We're gonna share it. All right, here we go. Here's mine. Oh, you started off with a mushroom? You showing a mushroom?
And I hated it. Oh, see, that's cute.
Yeah, look at her, a little fairy lady. Whatever's
Yeah.
going on. Okay, everybody, thank you all so much for watching this lovely episode of the Art Block featuring Andrea. Andrea, thank you for sparing your time with us and these amazing stories, and your personality just speaks volumes. Now, where can people find you across the social medias?
So Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, all the same. Andrea Riquena, or AndreaRiquena. That actually kind of sounds cute. Um, oh, that's also my YouTube. So if you want to see whatever I'm doing on there, that's kind of weird. My little fake pseudo tutorials, my makeup tests, and my cosplay, everything, all of those.
And and what else do we have to look forward to? Any projects or ideas coming out soon that we can be excited about?
Um, I don't know if I'm allowed to say some of them, but
Okay.
I'm going to be working on a particular production that is very queer. It's very Puerto Rican, and I'm very, very excited about it because,
Ooh,
I didn't think that I would be given the opportunity despite being Puerto Rican. So I'm very, very excited and looking forward to that.
that's awesome. Once again, thank you so much, and hopefully we get to see all these great things very, very soon. Take care.
Thank you.